guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the 5 most important mechanics in Rocket League to rank up. This isn't really going to be like a freestyler kind of video. This is just going to be videos that, in my opinion, the best mechanics that you'll see in pro play, you'll see in everyday gameplay that will really skyrocket your rank, right? I know I'm doing a must right now, but that is not in this video. But yeah, before we get straight into the mechanics, I want to thank you guys so much for all the love and support on my recent videos. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. And yeah, I just can't thank you guys enough. If you do find this video helpful, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And leave a comment down below if there's any specific tutorials you guys want to see. Because I feel like I can do every well-known mechanic pretty well. Like I mentioned in most of my videos, I've got MacTuff tutorials, Zap Dash, Speed Flip, Air Dribble, Double Tap, Double Flip Reset, Triple Flip Reset. I have a tutorial for most of these common mechanics. So if there's a tutorial that I haven't posted that you want to see, just write it down in the comments and I'll probably make a video on it. But yeah, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so there's 5 main mechanics, and before we get into the mechanics I'm going to mention, I want to point out that mechanics are more than just, going in the air and doing a flip reset. Mechanics are pretty much everything that you do, right? Like me doing this, sure, it's a mechanic. I kind of missed it, but like me driving forward's a mechanic. Me picking the ball and dribbling it on my car, that's a mechanic. Me half flipping, it's a mechanic. Like everything is a mechanic that you can think of. So the things I'm going to say might sound a little repetitive or maybe a little boring, but it's honestly the truth. And if you go onto top level replays like ballchasing.com, I'll link that in the description below. You guys can watch pro replays and you'll see that honestly, unless you're watching Zen, they're just going to do regular mechanics. They're not going to be doing I don't think I've ever seen a pro hit a quad flip reset ever. So I don't think you need to either, unless you want to be the next new thing. But anyways, let's get into it. So the first one I'm going to say is just dribbling, right? Like a lot of people underestimate the power of dribbling. If you watch any ones players, you'll know how underrated dribbling is. But if you just have the ball into your car and you can completely control where the ball's going, like if someone's challenging you and you can just dribble it. That was a horrible example. Someone's challenging you and you see them challenging, you can cut to the left. Someone's challenging from the left, cut to the right. Dribbling is just so important, I feel like, especially in 1v1. And dribbling also pairs with flicking. That one wasn't great. If you can dribble, you can flick, because all flicking is jumping when the ball's at a certain place on your car and then just flipping, right? So you can do high flicks, you can do low flicks, you can do pretty much anything. And being honest, I'm not even that good at dribbling. If you can master dribbling, you could easily get Grand Champ. I don't know about SSL dribbling. I've only been SSL in 1v1, which was in Season 3. But I've been Grand Champ 3 and 2v2. But anyways, dribbling, it's the foundation for everything. So yeah, dribbling's the first one. A few tips I would give you guys for dribbling is try not to just teleport the ball in your car, because that's kind of the hardest part, in my opinion, of dribbling. Like for me, if I can just, if I can just get the ball like this, I feel like it's harder to put the ball in your car from no momentum than it is to just teleport it on your car. I could just go like this and do it, but when I was first starting, I could never get the ball in my car, and I feel like that's a huge building block. So yeah, just always try to pick up the ball and get it dribbling, and then just try to dribble for as long as you can without letting it touch the ground. Maybe go into a training pack. It doesn't even matter which one. Any training pack, well, air dribble, I think this one is. Yeah, and so the timer's gonna run out in 20 seconds. So just try to dribble for 20 seconds, however much time they give you. And this is a really good way to know if the ball hits the ground. Some people might think this is hitting the ground right now. It's not. Because I've done this for hours and hours, and I'll show you in a second that's not hitting the ground. But I've been doing this for a long time, and so it gets to a point where you're just going to be really good at dribbling, and you don't even need to look at the circle, you're looking at the field instead of where the opponents are, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much what I mean when I say dribbling, which is arguably the most important mechanic I'm going to mention here. Alright, and the second one I'm going to say is flicking. Flicking is a really huge one because you can apply it in so many situations. Let's say, I'm going to give you guys 3 different scenarios where flicking would be helpful. Let's say you're 0 boost, right? I'm not going to turn off boost and use it all. That would just waste a lot of time. But let's say you're 0 boost and someone's instant challenging you. You can literally just flick this high and that's over them, right? Let's say that you're 100 boost, but someone's instant challenging you right now. That was a horrible flick. Someone's instant challenging you right now. You could flick it over them like that, and now you're ready for a shot in the middle. All right, let's say they're sitting back. You have the ball in your car. You could literally just do this. And it's just, that's actually a very good flick. 96 kilometers, I'd say 97 kilometers. And I'm pretty sure I did this from midfield. Yeah, that's like a midfield flick. And that's a pretty good flick. It's going to at least force a save. So there's a lot of different situations where flicking is huge. That's 100 kilometers. It's just like having powerful flicks, having high flicks. They're all going to be good. Having a soft flick to a shot is huge as well. Alright, on to the next one, number 3. I would put shooting in this spot because shooting, if you watch RLCS or really high-level gameplay, shooting is what gets all the goals, right? Having insane shots and then forcing them to have a bad save and just getting possession after possession. Rocket League is kind of like chess in that regard, where you have to put them in a bad position and then, you know, finally, well, I guess it's nothing like chess, but basically when in Rocket League you're kind of shooting and making them have bad saves, so then they're out of position, and eventually their positioning is going to be so bad that you can take a shot good enough to where they won't be able to save it. But shooting is one of those tricky ones where a lot of people don't actually know how to shoot, right? So in shooting, there's this thing called momentum in physics and in Rocket League, right? So if I sit here still and I send this ball to me like this, it's going to pop super high, but really no power, right? Because there's no topspin on the ball. The ball just came to me, and my force, my inertia was 0, and so the ball went flying upwards, right? So now, if we put that exact same situation back into play, and I have this ball coming to me, and I flip into the ball like that, look how much more power this gets. That's actually a really good shot. Like, this will be a goal most times if I can bang it that hard over all of the defenders, because no one's going to be ready for it. So, and what I did there is I just applied topspin to the ball. It's very basic physics. You could do it like over and over again. That one was actually horrible. I guess I can't do it over and over again. But it's the same principle, right? It doesn't matter if the ball's coming to you or if you go to the ball. If you get it right off the bounce, that's a very good shot. I mean, that's 105 kilometers with no momentum from the ball, just purely your speed. And it's just going right after the ball bounces and hitting it with the corner of your car. Think about it this way. When you're flicking, you want to flick with the corner of your car. When you're flicking, you want to flick with the corner of your car, like that. It didn't look that powerful. It's probably because my camera settings are pretty high, but that's a pretty fast flick, 100 kilometers again, and it's because I hit it with the edge of my car. So yeah, shooting's a huge one. Now on to the next one, air dribbling. This one's very controversial. I would personally say that air dribbling is a very important mechanic, especially to get it over defenders. Like here, if I just want to air dribble it to the backboard, maybe get a pass middle from my teammate, that's an open net, and that will go past the first defender, because the first defender, he's not covering the right side of the backboard, he's going to be trying to cover the net. So maybe he's backboard, and he's just fully covering the net right now. So me hitting it to the backboard, it gets past that defender, and my teammate, if he's there, pushed up enough, it should be a goal. And so there's a lot of things you can do with air dribbling. Like you could just, you know, my air control really isn't that good. I'm pretty much a ground player, as you can see by my first 3 all being ground mechanics. Okay, I can't even read the ball. But like full field air dribbles, for example, I don't even know if I can do that consistently. I don't know why I'm double tapping. So if you're going for an air dribble, there's a lot of different ways you could do it. So like you could try to get around a defender, you could try to score, right? Which that's like a decent air dribble towards the end there. I'm not really great at air dribbling, but it's a really important mechanic, and I do it in a lot of games to try to get past defenders. I don't typically go for air dribbles to try to score. I go to put defenders out of position, which I would argue is more important. Yeah, I really don't have much practice like trying to air dribble like straight in the net. But yeah, that's going to be number 4. It's just air dribbling, just to put defenders out of position. And the faster you go, the harder it's going to be. So like I'm missing, but it's because I'm driving. I'm boosting like the whole time. Like if I just go like this, obviously it's super easy to just air dribble in the net. But that's because I'm going slower. So the faster you go, the harder it is for the defender, but also the harder it is to keep it on your car. But yeah, that's basically the whole principle of air dribbling. And the last one, you guys probably won't agree with this, but I would say flip resets. Right? Like if a defender challenges me, I could pop it over him. If no one challenges me, I take it down. Like right here, if I have a flip reset, no one's up, I take it down, and then I could go for a shot. right? But there's just so many things you could do with the flip reset. Like if I go in the air, I go for a flip reset, someone's challenging me, I could go for a musty, pinch it to the right side. There's just like with the flip reset, you could get over one, right? You could get over a player. Like he challenges me, I insta flip, right? And that's going to be over him. And maybe I can recover this, or maybe my teammate gets a free ball. Either way, that's a win in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have for you guys, to be honest. Those are what I would rate, like on a rating scale, like a tier list. I would rate those all S tier, like the top mechanics. And like I said, you could legit watch like pro replays, and they'll all do all these mechanics, like every single one. Obviously, you have to dribble for flicks and whatnot. They're all going to be shooting. This is Musty's technically a shot and a flick in one. In every replay you watch, they're going to do every one of these mechanics, I'd bet. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content like that, like this. I really do appreciate all the love and support you guys have been leaving. And yeah, peace.